Hi, how are you? I will try to do a lesson, a speech concerning the division upon this wonderful melody, Passat Medio, written by Tillman, edited more than written by Tillman Susato in 1551. There is a video on YouTube in which I played the four self quartet, the four parts, and in the first part, if you listen with attention, you will see that I'm not just playing the notes written, but also something that is not written. And this part that is not written are normally named divisions. That is, that for example, the first note, that is a minima, dotted minima, instead of making one note, I make many notes, some notes together, and this note could be crochet, so quarter, or quover, so eighths. It could be that sometimes I make also semi-quovers. I like very much to make division. I think it's one of my specialty in which I am better. I'm good in division. I don't know why, but I like it. I like this approach with the early music, especially Renaissance music, also something in Baroque, but especially Renaissance. There is many way, many tips that I can give you, advices for making division. Now we will start with the more simple things. Before I will play the music as is written. I hope you will listen, because it's not so easy. The computer playing the three lower recorder, second, third and fourth voice, and me playing the first one. And what I will do, the piece is performed 2 times. In the second time, I will, making the more easy things, I will transform the minima and the dotted minima in something else. So in crochet. And for example, the first dotted minima, it's very simple what we can have to do, because the first note is written, we will play F, and then we have 2 other notes to invent it. And what will we invent? But after the F there is an E, so the melody is going down. And for this reason is an elegant and a good solution going up. F, G, F, E. And what it is interesting, that when you have a fragment of melody going down or going up with the dotted note, you can transform this dotted note in 3 shorter notes, and the first and the third will be the same. So for example, if I have to go from C to D, C, D, E, and I will make a division upon this C. Because of the melody is rising, going up, I will go down, C, B, C, D, E. This is a division of the first dotted note minima, dotted minima. And this is for the first bar, but in the second bar this is more difficult. We have only a minima F, and we have to go from F to I have to move something here, from F to E. We are making a division minima in crochet, so I will have two notes. I have to make a jump. I cannot find a melodical solution. F, X, E. X has to be or distant from F, F, D, E, or distant from E, F, G, E. I think that is forbidden in division is to make repetition. Not because it's bad. There is some, if you listen, there is some music. Benedetto Marcello and other, but specific in the division, we are trying to make melodical things. And a repetition is not melodical, is just related of dance or a word. Love me, my sweetheart, I don't know. So, but you will see. The first division that I will play as is written, and with making the division upon the white notes, the minima, dotted minima or simple minima. You will listen. We will try if it run. The end is not good, but in effect, in effect, to make division in crochet is not the best. Normally we make division in faster note. I'm sorry, I lost my. Okay, here we are, and we will use the quover. Now we will speak about making a division in quover. Of course, it will be a lot of note. I can do sixth note in the first F, 2 in the E, 2 on the D, 4 on the F, etc. But before that we start, we have to recognize in the text, in the original text, there are still written division by Mr. Susato. Which kind of division? For example, third bar was a semibreve, just an E. The original. And Mr. Susato did a division. And this is very interesting for us, because we can use this idea from Mr. Susato in another case. For example, before the last bar. Before the last bar we have a dotted minima D and a quarter crochet D. Okay, all together does make a semibreve D. And in this, for the last bar, we can play and this is a division, and this is a wonderful division, and this is a division, of course, that's go perfectly, because it is in the style, has been used in this period by the composer, and for other reason that I will explain you. So we have to recognize when in the text something is still divided. For two reasons: for learning how to make division, but also for making something else. But for making something else in the bar 3, I have to understand what was the text of bar 3. The text of bar 3 was not E and D and E and F, no, was just E. All is like broderie, like a drawing around E. And this is the same in bar 7, C sharp. This is divisions written by the composer self. And in bar 8, this is very interesting. It was a C sharp. And after, in bar 9, he had to make an F. And D, E is a division. C sharp, D, E, F. These are divisions, still written. And make a comparison between the first line and the second line. The third bar of the first line is the same of the third bar of the second line. And the fourth bar on the second line is a division in the first 3 times of the first bar of the fourth bar of the first line. It was, and in the second line we have division. Okay, good. And what happened on the 3 bar before the end? Are these division? No. These are pattern, something fixed in each period has its own pattern for a cadenza. Because the note in this bar was just a C sharp, and Susato put in this bar some pattern, some schema. They are typical from cadenza of this period. It could be other thing. Or all these are cadenzas. So attention, we have not to make a division of a melody in this bar. We have just to make a cadenza. Something that, this was 16th semiquaver, that is a cadenza. So attention, is a special kind of division. Now I will try to make division in quaver. That's what is normally what I do when I'm playing this music. What can we do? We start, we go up, we go down, and what it is important to know is that we are in the pair number, not ampere, of division 2, 4, 6, 8. And when we make division 2, 4, 6, 8, when the note A, note number 1, and note number B are the same, we don't need to make jump. If I have to go from F to F, I can go melodically. If I have to go from F to E, I have to do a little jump. F, G, A, G, F, E, D, F, E. If I have to go from F to D, I don't need to make jump. I can go melodically. And if I have to make a fourth, I have to make a jump. For example, for going to F to C. F, E, D, C, B, C, D, E, C, jump, E, C. But what will of what I can make a division? I can make a division going from F to E. In this case, I have to make a jump. And also for going from E to D, I have to make a jump, because I cannot go melodically. Or what is better, I take the first note of each bar, and I will make the division from the first note F of the first bar to the first note of the second bar to the first note of the third bar, etc., etc. I'm counting the minima. Can you follow me? I don't know. Now I will try, but you have to, it's the way in which you are counting. If you are counting the quarter, you can lost very easy. If you count the minima, as I did now, you will lost. You can follow better to minima each bar, but the best if you are counting the bar, the semi-breve. I just make division upon one note, the first of each bar, until bar 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. In bar 13 happens something, so there's a C sharp, in the middle of the bar we have a D, and then in the bar after 14, I think the number, it is a cadenza. So now I will try following the music. This was very interesting. I make a mistake. I did a mistake in the last two bar because I forgot that the chord performed by the three flutes above was a D major, and I played a division with D minor. It was wrong because the chord was D major, so I had to play etc, etc. Now, another little thing. Can we play something before the beginning? Yes. Not a lot, but we can play one note is too few. Two note, for example, the first note is D, we can play is F, we can play D, E, F. Three note C, D, E, F. Four note, etc. But attention, the note, if we start in a note on the beat, so for example, if I'm playing 4 quaver, the first quaver that I invented before the first note, it will be on the beat. Ta 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 F, ta 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 F. In this case, this first note has to be a note that go well with a chord. And what is the chord in the first bar, and so in the bar before the first is the same, is D, F, A. So I can start with, for example, C. C, B, A, G, F. Because starting with C doesn't run good with the chord D, F, A, D minor. So I have to start with a D, with an F, or with an A. Starting with a D, I will make or. Starting with an F, I make going down and up, or up and down. Or starting with an A, I go down until E. Lovely solution. I think the best solution is A, G, F, E, F, or D, C sharp, D, E, F, or okay. I will play again. The first time I play as is written, and the second time I play with the note before the beginning and all over. Another thing that is important to do, if you try to learn a division making so something fast and at the end, it's a little out of style, but this is not the question. You are not learning. You are learning circa nothing. For learning division, you have to decide to make all notes of the same length. Crochet, quaver, semiquaver. And in this obligation, the fact that you must make 8 notes of each bar, 16 notes of each bar, 4 notes of each bar, you will learn a lot. You will learn when you can go melodically without distance. That was just melodical. Of you have to make a jump because what you cannot do is to time the same note. This is a mistake in a division. So if I have to go from F to G, I cannot. I have to do with the jump. Bum, bum. Okay, I will try starting from the beginning. Oops. As you can listen, I did a mistake. At the end of the first line, I was arrived at the F, and the beginning of the second line, I had to play an F, so I make a repetition FF. This is a mistake, but it's a good to make mistake, but we will learn. I forgot that going from C sharp to F, I had to make a jump, because we cannot go melodically from C sharp to F. Okay, just some things more easy, probably I had to tell you before. The dotted note, as I told you, are perfect for making division. You play, for example, if you have a dotted minima, you play 3 quarter, the note written, something else, and the note written. For example, in the first note you have F, I can play F, X, F, E. E is the fourth note of the bar. And what will be this X? If after the dotted note we are going down, I will play a note higher, F, G, F, E. If, like in the last bar of the first line, after the dotted minima, I'm going up, I can go down. C sharp, B, C sharp, natural B, C sharp. Okay, and this works also when you are with dotted quarter, dotted crochet. For example, in the bar 3, I can make a division. A dotted note is I can change in 3 quarter, 3/8. So it is an E dotted quarter. I can make 3 notes. The first will be E and the third will be E. E, X, E, D. The original and I can make like 3E, but 3 is not good. It's not a division, 3 times the same note. Because of after the B, the E, we are going down, and D, I will go up. E, F, E, and this is run wonderful. Text. division. And this happens also in the bar 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. What can we say? More. I think that they will make division a little better, more, not so identical, not all crochet. I think you can learn a lot just listening and trying to repeating and trying to understanding what I'm doing. Okay. In this case, it was some 16ths and some idea that is not really to do with division, with normal division, but was just like a variation. I think the best thing for trying to do division is to try, to make mistake, to make wrong things, and then to learn what is better and what is not. And second, you have to recognize when some division are written in the text by the composer, because this is the best style, the best way for learning. Okay, I hope it has been useful. Bye bye.